Be me, 29M, marketing guy. Office by day, quiet apartment by night. I like simple things. Morning coffee, late drives, peace. Been dating Lily for almost a year. She's the calm after every storm. Grounded, curious kind. When she talks, I forget to check my phone. We're not perfect, but we work. One evening, we're at my place. Candles, background jazz, both scrolling quietly. She goes to shower, her phone buzzes on the table. Name lights up, Ethan. Not a coworker, not a cousin. The ex. Message. Hey, saw our old playlist pop up. Miss that vibe. Harmless words. But it feels like hearing a knock from a door that should have stayed locked. I stare too long. The screen goes dark. Heart feels weirdly heavy. I tell myself not to overthink. But curiosity always wins curiosity fights. She comes out, towel on, hair dripping. I try to sound casual. You still talk to him? She says, sometimes. We ended okay. He helped me through some tough years. Her tone is calm, no guilt. I nod, smile even. But inside something small twists. Okay, but why still? A few days later, another buzz. She smiles at her phone. Same name. She laughs softly. I ask what's funny. She says, he just asked about a mutual friend. I nod again. But my stomach knots itself quietly. I tell myself trust me's not checking phones, so I don't. But it doesn't stop my mind from writing stories. Next week, we're out for brunch. She's showing me photos of her old trip. Says, Ethan actually took this one. I feel my smile fade for half a second. Catch myself. She doesn't notice. Or maybe she does and pretends not to. That night I ask again, gently, why keep in touch with someone who used to be more than a friend? She looks thoughtful. Because closure isn't a one-time thing, she says. Sometimes it's conversations that fade until they stop mattering. She looks at me. You trust me, right? I nod. But my trust feels like glass, clear, strong, yet one slip away from breaking. Time passes. Things feel fine. We laugh. We go on dates. But every notification makes me flinch a little. Like I'm waiting for proof that everything's fine. One night I can't sleep. Check social media like a zombie. Her ex posts a song. Caption. Nostalgia hits differently. It's their song. She likes it. Instantly. 2M in my chest feels like static. Not because she did anything wrong, but because the past suddenly feels alive again. Next morning, I make coffee. She notices I'm quiet. What's wrong? I shrug. Nothing. She doesn't push. She never pushes. Maybe that's why it hurts more. A few days later, I finally talk. Do you ever think keeping in touch with him keeps something unfinished? She sighs. You think I'm cheating? I shake my head. No. I think you're still closing something I can't see. She's silent for a while. Then says, not everything from the past is poison. Some of it just needs peace. I let that sit. Maybe she's right. But maybe peace also means letting go. We drop it. Weeks pass. Things settle. Yet every so often, the name Ethan flashes again. Not often, but enough to remind me he exists. And I hate that he lives rent-free in my thoughts. One evening, we're watching a movie. She gets a text. Doesn't reply right away. I glance. See E on the screen. She notices me noticing. Turns the phone over slowly. Later she says, he just wanted to tell me he's dating someone new. Relief hits, but it feels mixed. Like finding out the fire's out, but your walls are still scorched. After that night, things feel lighter. She laughs more. Phone stays face down less. Maybe closure actually happened. A week later, while walking home from dinner, I say, I don't mind who you talk to. I just mind feeling like I'm sharing space with a memory. She stops walking, looks at me carefully. Then maybe I need to mute that memory. And she does. Deletes the chat. No big scene. Just a quiet choice. I realized something then. Closure isn't a message you send, it's the silence that follows it. And the peace that doesn't need explanation. Months later, we're still together. Trust feels lighter now. Sometimes she jokes, should I text my ex again to prove I won't? We laugh, I say, only if you want me to text mine too. She throws a pillow at me. The topic never comes back seriously. Because closure isn't a story we revisit. It's one we stop rewriting. So is texting your ex cheating? Maybe not. But it isn't harmless either. Cheating is crossing a line. Texting is standing right at the edge and pretending the wind won't push you. Maybe closure isn't keeping contact. Maybe it's finding peace in silence. Maybe respect isn't about control. It's about clarity. If you truly moved on, you don't need to check if the past did too. So no, texting your ex isn't always cheating. But sometimes it's the reason the news story never gets to start fully. Because you're still rereading an old chapter and wondering why you can't turn the page.